Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Emma and I make art videos, and today I am bringing you a completed painting video, and this is actually my first painting of 2017. And you guys might notice that the camera angle has changed from my previous painting videos. You guys would have seen the start of this piece in my last Create and Chat video. But this is my first completed painting using my new desk easel, which I still love, and it really was a fantastic purchase for me. And I love this angle. I don't know, I think it kind of looks better than the kind of overhead one that I used to do. And I like that you can kind of see like the paint in the background and the paints and all that kind of stuff. So super excited about that. And yeah, like I said, the desk easel was just an awesome purchase for me. So yeah, for today's video I am working on this acrylic painting here, and it is inspired by some selfies that I took while I was in Venice Beach in LA. I wanted to paint something kind of beachy, and I was trying to like think of what to paint, and I was like, I wonder if I've got any good photos from when I was at Venice Beach. And I came across this cool looking selfie that I didn't actually post. I posted one similar to this on Instagram, and then I was like, that's really cool, so I'm going to create my own version of that. And yes, I guess it technically is like a self-portrait, although I wasn't trying to make it look exactly like me. I was using the photograph as a reference, and I was trying to make it look somewhat similar, but if it didn't turn out looking exactly the same, like, I didn't mind. That wasn't the goal. I was just using it as inspiration, and you know, I changed like the location of like the trees in the background and that kind of thing as well to match my canvas better. So yeah, that was basically my idea behind the piece. And yeah, so my process, as you guys may have seen, I did start by putting down some thinner layers of paint, and I like to do this because I don't like to paint on just a completely white canvas. I like to get down a little bit of colour, and also it does cover like the pencil sketch as well, so it'll stop that moving around even more, even after spraying it with some fixative. And then after that I kind of just start layering on more layers, gradually getting a bit thicker. And as much as I would love to start working on the face, because I don't know, I just like drawing and painting faces, I was like, no, I have to hold off and work on the background, just because I find it's easier to work on the background first and then put in whatever figure you have in the front. I guess it makes sense because the figure is in the foreground, and also, I don't know, sometimes if I paint my, I guess, favorite part of the piece first, I might not finish the painting, so sometimes I like to leave like my favorite bits till you know, later on in the piece, get the bits over that I'm not going to enjoy as much, which is the background. Not that I didn't enjoy it, I was struggling a little bit with the background for this one, but I don't know, I do like how it turns out. It does look a lot better than what I've got right here at the moment. When I start making the trees a bit lighter and adding different colours and stuff, it does look a lot better. But yeah, no, I have in the past started paintings and then just not finished them, and I think partially that's to do with like I've done the face and then I'm just like, oh, but the fun part is over, I'm not going to continue it, you know. So yeah, I like to kind of space it out a bit. But yeah, I'm not really sure what else to say about this piece in particular. Let me think. Oh yeah, I did have a bit of trouble with the palm trees in the background. As you'll see, I'm putting down like a bluish color, and I do end up going over it with like a greener color, but I don't know, it just wasn't working, and I didn't really want to be adding too much detail to it. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to make it the same color as the trunks of the trees, and that way it kind of just like, I don't know, blends in together. I did like having the green in the piece, and you can actually still kind of see it. So I do like how that turned out, and I think this way it does look better because the palm trees don't have, like I said, like a lot of I guess shading to them. Like they're quite flat, and that's, you know, the look that I was going for, and it just felt kind of weird to have like that kind of purplish color trunk and then like a green blob at the top, you know. I don't know, it just didn't really work. So I was like, look, I'm just gonna make it all that one color so it, you know, it looks like it's fading off kind of in the background. Yeah, so then I finally got to work on the face, which definitely is one of my favorite parts to work on. And you guys might notice that I tend to use that kind of purple color of the trees throughout the piece. And here I'm using it as the kind of like shadow color for the face. And I do mix it in with the shadow colors for the hair as well. And by using similar colors throughout the entire piece, it really ties everything together. Because in this piece, the background is quite cool toned. You've got the purples, the blues, and then for the figure, you've got this kind of almost yellowish, reddish, warm toned skin color, and then this bright red hair. So it really separates the figure from the background. And I mean, in a way I was going for that. Like I didn't want the figure to blend in too much, but at the same time you still want them to feel like they're, you know, in the same environment. So to kind of help with that, it's good to bring in colors from other areas into the, you know, other areas to that area, if that makes sense. So for example, I'm bringing colors from the background into the foreground on the figure. So the ways that I did that was I added the purple color to the shadows of the face and the hair. And then I outlined the figure and the features with a dark purple, and that really ties everything in together. And I mean, at this stage, the painting, I don't know, for me it doesn't look right, but I knew that when I added the dark purple lines, it would tie it all together. And I mean, in saying that, I don't know, it might not have worked, and in some cases it doesn't, but because I've done a lot of paintings similar to this, I was pretty sure that it was going to be okay, and I'm glad it did work out, because otherwise I would have had to have kept working on it, even though I, you know, am under a timed schedule. But yeah, no, it turned out okay. And another thing I like about the lines with this piece is that it almost makes the background look like it's not in focus, even though the background isn't exactly blurry. Because I only outline the figure, it kind of gives that impression, and I was really happy with how that turned out. I wasn't sure if I should have outlined the trees as well, but I was like, no, I do like it that way, and you'll see shortly when we get to that stage, once it's almost finished, that it gives that like focused and unfocused effect, and I'm really happy with how that turned out. I also really like how the sunglasses turned out, like the lenses. I had a lot of fun with them, and especially like the colors. And yes, I don't really know what else to say, because this painting is almost finished. If you guys liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and of course don't forget to subscribe to my channel either if you guys like my videos. I know a lot of people have been saying that you should click on the little bell that shows near my channel. Personally, I haven't done that for any channels that I watch, so I don't know if it is actually helpful or what, but I've heard quite a few YouTubers saying it. So if you guys want to be notified when I upload a video, make sure to click that, because then you won't miss it at all. but I do try to upload weekly as best as I can. At this stage, I don't have prints for this piece over in my Society 6 shop. However, I will probably be adding some. I just don't have the time to do that right now, but they should be up sometime soon. And if you guys really want to buy a print of this one and it's still not in my shop, please remind me, and I'll happily pop it in there for you all. But yeah, anyway, here you can really see that like the piece looks so much more together and so much more finished with the line work, and yeah, I'm really happy with how this piece turned out. So thank you all for watching. Hope you guys liked the video and that you found it somewhat interesting. And yeah, here is the final painting. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I will see you all in my next video.